Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing an MLB Team Tier list, and let's get right into it. Alright, so the Yankees, put them at a C, because right now I think they're in 4th place in the division, and they've been playing really bad. Sorry about my voice, it's been gone lately, and yeah, so I think they're going to be at a C tier. Mariners are going to be C2 because actually I think they're beating the Angels. They're in 3rd right now. And I think in the next 5 years they could be playoff contenders because of their farm system and all their great prospects. So right now C, probably in a couple years they'll be an A or an S. Rays, put them in A. They made it to the World Series last year, and they've got some great players they have Tyler Glass now. They've got Austin Meadows. Wait, let me think. I'm thinking. Okay, one more good player. I'm thinking. Forgot, but they're gonna be an A tier. They're really good. I think they're going to come in 2nd in the division, but they're going to get a wild card spot. The Red Sox have the best record in baseball right now. And yeah, all right. The Blue Jays. Okay, in the next 3 years, I think this team could be World Series contenders because they've got Vladdy, Bo Bichette, they've got Kevin Biggio, they've got all these guys, and they're just going to get in their prime in the next years. And they have a very young team, and I think they're still rebuilding. And in the next couple of years, they'll be really good. Marlins, C tier. They made the playoffs last year somehow, and they're in 5th place in the division. They probably will be the whole season because that division's just all 500. The Mets, I think the Nationals are going to win the division, even though I'm being biased. But I think they could have had some players. They had Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Christian Yelich. They could have had all those good. Okay. I'm putting them at a C tier. Cardinals, B. They just got Nolan Arenado. I think that Dylan Carlson's getting good, and his team is, I think they're going to, honestly, I'd say, this is just my prediction, I think they're going to win the World Series next year for some reason. I just feel like it. Astros, S tier. So this team is really underrated. They have Altuve, Yuli Gurriel, Carlos Correa, Alex Bregman, not Michael Bradley. Wait, did they? Didn't he sign with the Blue Jays? Forget, but if they did, they've got all this talent. There's not one position where there's not good except for catcher, and I don't know how Martin Maldonado made the All-Star game. And this team's just doing really good. I think they're going to win this division 100%. And yeah, I feel bad for the Athletics, though. I'll tell you why when we get to them. The Braves, B. Braves are at a B because, the last 5 years they've been winning this division, and now they just stopped for some reason. Acuna got hurt yesterday, and who else do they have? They signed a lot of players last off season. And I think they'll get a wild. No, they won't. Honestly, I think two of the teams in the NL West will. Orioles. I'm actually giving them a C because Cedric Mullins has been playing really good, and I think they're still in 5th, but they don't have the worst record in baseball. At least I don't think. Do they? I don't remember, but yeah. And Indians, I'm giving them a B. They all of their pitchers are hurt. All of their players are basically hurt. If they still have Lindor, he'd be doing pretty good, even though he's not doing good on the Mets. They made some dumb trades like the Lindor and Kluber. They still have Franmil Reyes, and then that's about it. All right, no, not Franmil Reyes, someone else, but putting them at a B. Rockies. Sorry, Rockies, but you're getting a D. The Rockies have no one good. I can't, except for German Marquez. That's the only player on their team that's good. And I think they might have the worst record in baseball right now. They traded Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story. And I think they're going to trade Trevor Story the trade deadline. So they're going to have no one unless they trade for someone good. Tigers, C. I'm not putting them at D because I think they're the 25th best team in baseball. They're actually doing better than I thought because there's not really anyone good on that team. Let me think. Yeah, there's not really anyone good. And I think C tier. I think they'll be at the bottom of the C tier. Royals, C tier. The Royals, 2015, they had a big year. That's it. They don't really have. They have Whit Merrifield. I think they might trade him. Whit Merrifield. That's basically it. Who else? I mean, they got young talent like Bobby Witt Jr., but he hasn't been called up yet. And they've got Brady Singer, but he hasn't been doing that good. And so yeah, there's C. Brewers. Brewers are getting an S tier. They're going to be one of the 4 teams that are getting an S tier this video. I think they have the best or second best record in baseball. And I don't know, Christian Yelich is bad, but they don't really have anyone really good, but they're just a balanced team, and that's what makes a good team. So they're going in the S tier. Angels, C. They have Shohei Ohtani and Trout. That's it. But Trout's hurt. Shohei Ohtani. If they should honestly just trade Shohei Ohtani so he can get into the playoffs, and Mike Trout, or at least they could go to a new team because the Angels aren't going anywhere. They have no pitching. They've got Ohtani, and that's it on offense. And I think they need to get more. They need to get more pitching. I would see them. They should sign. I'd see them sign Scherzer maybe, when he's a free agent. He's my favorite player. I mean, I'd be fine because I get to see Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and Max Scherzer on the same team. There's one of my 3 favorite combos. Oh, and Shohei Ohtani pitches. Yeah, I just forgot about that. Oakland Athletics. They're going in an A tier. Honestly, I feel really bad for Oakland because every year the Astros beat them. And they're always in the wild card. They always lose. They always lose in the wild card. I just feel so bad. They just need the Astros to fall apart, and then they'll be good. If the Astros weren't in that division, they'll be an S tier. But they have Matt Chapman and Matt Olson. They go to Mats. And then they've got Ramon. I'm a big believer in Ramon Laureano. I think he's going to be really good. And, yeah, they're going to go in an A tier. Phillies. They're going in a C tier. The Phillies, they have Bryce Harper. They've got I think they have Didi Gregorius. I forgot about that guy. Pitching. They have Zach Wheeler. Who else? They've got JT Realmuto. They're gonna finish 4th in the division. The Mets, Braves, and Nationals are going to be into the top 3. So Phillies fans are not going to make the playoffs again. Pirates, they are D tier. They're just not good. Not good. They're just like, who do they even have? I mean, they've got a better team overall than the Rockies, but they've got like no one. They've got what's his name, Brian Reynolds, and I don't even know what to say about the Pirates. You see that Javi Baez play? That just summarizes it. Just the Javi Baez play. That just tells you about the team. Padres are an A team. They've got Tatis, and he can basically just carry the team if he wants. They've got Jay Cronenworth, who's a young star. They've got Yu Darvish right now. They've got Blake Snell. They've got they're really good. And they've got Chris Paddock. They've got Kirby Yates. Wait, I forget about Kirby Yates. Their team's just overall really good, and I think them and the Giants are gonna get the wild card spots, and then they're gonna beat the Giants. I think they're gonna go to the World Series, honestly. Sorry about that notification. Yeah, so the Padres are really good. Rangers are C tier. They've got, honestly, their team is pretty good. They're not gonna make the playoffs in the next 10 years. They've got no one really except for Joey Gallo, and I think that's it. Joey Gallo, it's just him. And yeah, that's the Rangers. Giants, I'm putting them in A just because they don't have a good team. Their players aren't that good. I don't know how they're even winning these games. I think they're going to lose in the wild card game against the Padres, as I just said. Yeah, there's not really much I have to say about them. Red Sox are an S tier. Honestly, I think they're going to win the World Series. I think the Red Sox are going to win. They're going to beat the Padres. Yeah, they have the best record in baseball right now, I think. And they have no Mookie Betts. They really have JD Martinez. They've got there's one really good player on them. They've got someone I can't remember. It's really early, so my brain isn't working fully yet. And yeah, they're an S tier. Dodgers, S tier. Yeah. Dodgers, they have the best team on paper. And just the Dodgers, I think they're going to lose in the NLCS to the NLDS to the Padres, honestly. That's what I think, because honestly, I don't think they're going to win a World Series. I mean, they just did. That's what I meant. I mean, the Dodgers are a really good team. They just, honestly, there's nothing bad about them. They just sometimes choke in the playoffs. And they're an S tier. They probably will be for the next 5 years. Diamondbacks, D tier. The Diamondbacks really just Eduardo Escobar, and I think they do have the worst record in baseball right now. That's all I have to say about them. Mets, sorry giraffe neck Mark, but they're going in a B tier. The Mets, I think, are going to lose in the... I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs. I think that the Mets, they've got DeGrom. Isn't his worst start 14 strikeouts? That's just crazy. And the Mets are pretty good. They just, I don't know. White Sox, A tier. All right, these guys, I think they're gonna I don't know. They're gonna make the playoffs 100% because their division sucks. They've got some young talent like Eloy. I think he'll be coming back soon. Luis Robert. This isn't young, but Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson. Who else? Yeah, they're just really good. And Yasmani Grandal, but he's hurt. All right, we got a couple more teams, I think. Wait, how many more do we have? Yeah, I think we have 4. Nationals. Okay, definitely. I'm just kidding. Nationals are a B tier because, first of all, I'm biased, and their team isn't that bad. They won in 2019. They beat cheaters, so that's basically all I have to say. Twins, C tier. Wait, hold on, let me get it in there. So this team, used to be really good. Now they're just old and they have no one. Like Alex Kirilloff, he's young and good. That's basically it. And that's it for them. They're not going to make the playoffs. I think they're in 5th in that division. It's behind the Tigers. Cubs. They're a B tier. They were on a 10-game losing streak like 3 days ago, and they just snapped it. Now I think they're on a 4-game winning streak. The team, I think they're going to be major sellers during the offseason or the trade deadline. Chris Bryant, who else? Javi Baez. I think they're just going to get rid of their team and get some young stars, and they'll be contenders for 2025 to 2030. And the last team I have on here is the Reds. Reds are going in B tier. The Reds are Aristides Aquino. He had 1 good month, so he's not really good. The Reds, they were the best team in the league in 2020. People thought that, but they weren't. They weren't really that good. And I just think the Reds, they're not gonna make the playoffs because the NL West has that, and the division leaders, and for the Reds, the Brewers are gonna win that division. So I think the Reds are gonna be good in 3 years, honestly. All right, that's my MLB tier list, and make sure to like and subscribe, and bye.